What's up guys, and welcome to another video on Forex signals. Today we're taking a look at the Forex guru TradeWithPat. I've been using his Forex signal channel for about a month, and I'm going to be showing you guys how much money I made or lost trading each of his signals. Now super quick, I want to point out that TradeWithPat actually has two different Telegram signal channels. One trades only Forex pairs and the other trades only gold. Now I did test the gold channel in my VIP community for a little bit last year, but this video is all about and only about the Forex signal channel where TradeWithPat actually trades Forex pairs. Let's talk about it. These are all the things you're getting with the TradeWithPat Forex signal service. You can read through these on your own. The important thing to note is that we actually have 3 different analysts sending the Forex signals and not just TradeWithPat. Now this signal service costs $55 a month and it's very user friendly in terms of joining and canceling. If I want to cancel, I'll just hit this button right here and that will be it. Quick disclaimer, I'm not affiliated with TradeWithPat at all. I did not generate my own affiliate link using this feature right here. I'll take his page in the description. Now let's take a look at the actual signal channel. This is what the TradeWithPat Forex signal channel looks like. You can see we've got a ton of subscribers right up here, and based off the number of views we're getting per message, I can assume that pretty much all of these subscribers are actual people. Now most of the signal messages sent are limit orders or stop orders. In other words, they're pending orders. We do get a few market orders like this trade right here. Now each of the TradeWithPat signals has an entry price, a stop loss, and 2 take profit levels. I'll show you guys how I'm going to be taking partials here in just a moment. Now the TradeWithPat channel does also send instructions for things like moving the stop loss to break even, deleting a pending order, or even closing a trade early so you're not left to do your own trade management. Now this is how I'm handling the 2 different take profit levels. This software that I've got open right now on my screen is my TradeCopier software, and what the software does is it connects my Telegram account to my MetaTrader account. This way, every Forex signal sent through a Telegram channel will be automatically executed on my MetaTrader account without me doing anything, even if I'm asleep. The TradeCopier software is a really useful software, and if you want to learn more about it or how to set it up, check out this video right here. Anyway, with TradeWithPat, I'm risking $1,000 per trade, and I'm closing half of that position at each of the 2 take profit levels. I'm also moving the stop loss to the entry price every time take profit 1 gets hit. In this section of the TradeCopier, I've got things configured so that the copier will close trades early, move the stop loss to entry price, and delete pending orders, things like that, whenever TradeWithPat tells us to. Now the TS copier can't work perfectly with every Forex signal channel. It depends on the style of each channel, but it can work perfectly with the TradeWithPat channel. Now let's look at some results. My first week of testing TradeWithPat came from March 17th to March 22nd, and in that time period he sent 5 trades. Now I've already made another YouTube video going over the results of that week of trading, so if you want to see each of those trades in detail on the TradingView chart, check out that video. To summarize, I'll tell you that of those 5 trades, 2 of them hit the stop loss, 2 of them were pending orders that got deleted, and that 5th trade got closed early for a small loss. Keep in mind, I'm risking $1,000 per trade, so this first week of trading left me negative $2,200 or minus 2.2 R. Let's get into week 2. Now week 2 was from March 24th to March 29th, and it started off with this Euro JPY buy. TradeWithPat told us to close take profit 1 early, so I closed half of my position, giving me about $400 of profit or about 4R, leaving the other half of my trade to run. And the other half of that trade would then reverse to hit the stop loss, putting me at about break even for the week. The second trade was this USD JPY trade, and the take profit 1 got hit really quick. With 2 take profits, I'm again closing half of the position, which gave me about $300 of profit. Later on, TradeWithPat would tell us to move the stop loss to break even on the USD JPY trade, and that's what happened to the other half of my position. After that trade, I was up about 0.25R for the week, or $250. The third trade was this GBP CAD trade, and again, he closed it early, giving a 0.8R gain. Here is where he closed it, but again for me, since I'm only closing half, that was only a 0.4R gain or $400. I should also point out that a GBP JPY trade from week 1 was still running into week 2, and in week 2 it got closed for I think a $700 loss. TradeWithPat also sent this Euro USD sell, which got closed almost immediately for about a $500 loss. And the last trade of the week was this GBP AUD buy that TradeWithPat closed early. He said it was about at break even, but for me it ended up being a $250 loss or 0.25R. Now after all these trades, I ended the week down $1,100 or down 1.1R, while TradeWithPat is reporting a 4% or 4R gain. Obviously a pretty major difference, let me explain. Now these two trades right here both hit their take profit 1, giving a 0.8R gain. But with two take profits, I was only closing half of the position, which meant that I only got 0.4R. So when price reversed to hit the stop loss, it negated the 4R I made, putting both these trades at break even for me. And in these results that you see here, TradeWithPat doesn't show that the other half of the trade got reversed and hit the stop loss. TradeWithPat also isn't including in this recap the GBP JPY trade from week 1 that got stopped in this week for a loss. And finally, TradeWithPat said that his USD JPY trade hit both take profits, giving him a 3R gain. Well, for me, it only hit the first take profit, leaving me, I can't remember the gain, but it was not a 3R gain. So I'm going to show you guys what actually happened when we look at the trading view chart. Now this is the trade signal that came in with the exact entry point, stop loss, and take profits. The dotted white line you see represents take profit 1. What you can see here is how take profit 1 got triggered pretty quickly, which would have automatically moved my stop loss to break even. And then price reversed, hitting break even before moving on to hit take profit 2. Now I guess TradeWithPat doesn't move his stop loss to break even on take profit 1. He only moves it when he says he's moving it, so it makes sense why he would have gotten both of his take profits hit on this trade. So after 2 weeks of using the TradeWithPat Forex signal service, I'm down $3,300 or 3.3R. Even though I'm losing money, if you get value from seeing the results of Forex signal channels like this, consider hitting that subscribe because I'm the only person who makes this type of content. And if you want to see the results of a bunch of other Forex signal channels, you might benefit from checking out some of my other videos. They're all right there on my YouTube page. Let's break down my 3rd week of using the TradeWithPat Forex signals. Week 3 was from March 31st to April 4th, and it started off with this AUD USD sell limit order. Now how this trade went depends on your broker. For TradeWithPat, his limit order got filled before price dropped, hitting his take profit 1. But I obviously use a different broker from TradeWithPat because my order did not get filled, so by the time price finally reversed up, the order got filled and then stopped out for another $1,000 loss. TradeWithPat followed that up with 2 USD CHF trades, one right here and the other one right here. Both of these trades hit the stop loss, costing me another $2,000. Finally, to end the week, we had 2 USD JPY trades. There is the first, and here is the second one. Now the first one got stopped out and the second one got closed manually early at break even. But in the TradeWithPat weekly report, he doesn't even include the USD JPY trade that got stopped out. He only includes the one that got stopped at break even. And after this 3rd week of using the TradeWithPat Forex signals, I'm down almost $7,500 or 7.5R. Now even though TradeWithPat has done pretty poorly over these first 3 weeks and there's been some results manipulation going on, 3 weeks isn't a very long testing time. So I also backtested the TradeWithPat Forex signal channel using an extra feature from my trade copier software. By backtesting, I can get over a year's worth of results and over hundreds of different signals. And I haven't just backtested TradeWithPat, I've backtested every single one of the dozens and dozens of Forex signal channels that I've tested. And all that backtest data is shared in just one place, my CopyTrader VIP community. Now my VIP community is super cheap and it's got a lot of other perks besides the backtest data. I do review lots of signal providers on YouTube for free, but I review dozens more inside of my VIP community. On top of that, all of the signal channels that I review in this community are actually nominated and voted on by the VIP members themselves. Almost every single week, my VIP members get to nominate new providers for me to potentially review. Then the members vote on which new provider they want me to test for them. And every weekend, I make an in-depth review video on all of those Forex signal channels so that the members can see which one they might want to use. As a VIP member, you get access to Google spreadsheets with all of the data and all of the results from every signal channel I have ever tested, both for free and in the VIP group. If you're interested in this group, it's linked in the description. But for now, let's take a look at the last week of TradeWithPat's signals. TradeWithPat took 9 different trades from April 7th to April 12th, but only 4 of them actually got triggered. The rest were pending orders that got deleted. The first of those was this GBP USD trade, which got closed early for about an $800 gain. Next was this GBP AUD buy, which got stopped out for a $1,000 loss. Third was this Euro USD sell, which did hit its first take profit, giving me about a $250 gain. TradeWithPat would tell us to move our stop loss to break even on this Euro USD trade, and that's what happened to the other half of my position. Finally, this USD CHF trade did hit its first take profit, giving me another $250 gain, and the rest of the trade is still running. So after 8 weeks of testing, I'm down almost $8,000 or 8R. To make matters worse, I noticed TradeWithPat has a tendency to manipulate his own results, making them appear appear much better than they actually are. Now, I'm not here to tell you to use this Forex signal service or to not use this Forex signal service. All I'm here to do is share my results and go over my experience so that you guys can make informed decisions on your own. Now, if you've been a subscriber of mine for a little while, you're probably wondering about this signal channel that I released a few weeks ago and how it's been performing. If this is you, please check out the pinned video on my Instagram and consider joining my free Telegram channel because I've shared all of the results from my signal channel in my free Telegram as well. I'll link both my Instagram and my Telegram in the description. That will do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love it if you left a like if you got some value from it, and hit the subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.